मेरा हाय रे जबरा होए रे जबरा फैन हो गया
Hi, this is Melanie, MovieMavenGal. I'm here to talk about Allu Arjun's Arya and Arya2 in preparation for DJ, his new film, which comes out later this week. I watched both Arya and Arya2 over the last couple of days because so many of the commenters said these were his best films that I should see, and I thought, well, I should see Arya, the first Arya first. Not necessarily so, but it, just like most Indian sequels, it's more a variation on the same theme than actually a continuation of the same story. Arya was the breakout film from Allu Arjun, and the first dance sequence knocked my socks off. Right away, this guy, Allu Arjun, is the best dancer in the Telugu industry, at least from anything that I have seen. I was really amazed by his talent. He also has great comedic chops, and his charm carries this entire film. Arya was definitely not my favorite Telugu film I've ever seen. The heroine, I don't even remember the name of the actress. She's not memorable. She was a former model. She's like as charming as a wet dish rag. She spends most of the movie just with one expression, that of being miserable. Arya, Allu Arjun is in a love triangle with a villain type, this guy who's a stalker of Gita, and and so it's set in a college setting, and the only spin on the normal love triangle kind of thing is that Allu Arjun's Arya has a complete selfless love, and he's willing to try to get Gita together with AJ. Why she would want to be with this creep, I don't know, but anyway. So I wasn't completely sold by that film, but it was amusing, and really Allu Arjun carried the entire film on his shoulders. Both his dance sequences and just his charm and his charisma carried the entire film for me. Then what was great about seeing that first was seeing how far he and the director, I think the director's name is Sukumar. He's the same guy who did Mahesh Babu's One, Nino Kadene. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Arya was a blockbuster for him. And then Arya2, I don't know if it was quite as successful, but I enjoyed it so much more. So the two films are 5 years apart. And I could see the growth of Allu Arjun as an actor. Still an amazing dancer. Oh my gosh, there's one dance sequence in the middle of the film. Amazing, just completely knocks my socks off. He gives a dedication at the beginning of the film to Michael Jackson, and I mean, you can see that that's obviously one of his idols. Wow, the dancing in this film is incredible. Also, because Allu Arjun is such a great dancer, the action scenes, he has this acrobatic quality, the way he does kicks, the way he does all of this great action, and I love that too, and very inventive action sequences. His intro in this film, he brings along a medicine kit to bandage people up as he's beating them up. It was just so fun and so inventive. I'm really actually glad that I waited until this moment to see Arya2, because I've seen enough other Telugu films, and also I've seen the Hindi films that this references, to be in on the jokes. I mean, the difference, it's the same setup of a love triangle, the same character names, but everything else is completely different. Arya, instead of being this sweet, dopey guy willing for selfless love, the movie starts and he is this creepy little child orphan with, and AJ is his fellow orphan at the same orphanage, and Arya demands to be AJ's friend, and that starts this possessive friendship relationship that carries through the whole film. So it's not just a love triangle with the same girl that they both fall for, Gita, played by Kajal. Love her. I've always loved Kajal. She is like a spitfire in almost every movie. I love this one, the running gag where she just kept throwing cell phone after cell phone to the floor and breaking it. I love that running gag. But anyway, So this film has shades of gray to all the characters, and Arya, played by Allu Arjun, he is not all sweetness and light. He's kind of psycho. He's kind of crazy. He's off his rocker for most of the film, and I loved it. It took you like off kilter. There was even Dar references with a huge blow up of Kajal as Gita on his bedroom wall. And then, it has a lot of the familiar tropes of Telugu films, with her father's forcing her to marry somebody, and, the hero has to rescue her from this forced marriage. Well, at the marriage, and, and there's rival families that are at war with their machetes and all of this. But it takes all of these tropes and it throws them on their head. It's just so entertaining, and especially if you're familiar with this genre and you're familiar with the way Telugu films typically treat these family melodramas, and then it just it subverts all your expectations, and I love that. I loved it because the characters had shades of gray. AJ is not a perfect hero. He has shades of gray too, and so sometimes you're in sympathy with him, and sometimes you're not, and you're in sympathy with Arya. And so I just loved it. It was so entertaining. It was a little long maybe, but it was from beginning to end. I was so entertained. They even have a reference to Hum Apke Hai Kaun with a white dog at the wedding. I'm not going to spoil it, but what happens with this white dog, but oh my God, it was so funny. It was so funny. So if you're in on the joke, you could just accept it for the layer that it is, but there's so many other layers if you're familiar with other movies. Like I said, like Dar with the big picture on the wall and all of this. So funny. I have had this film recommended to me so many times. So glad I've seen it now before I'm going in to see DJ, because I'm going to appreciate. The trailer right away intrigued me about DJ, and I'm even more excited to see Allu Arjun on the big screen and to see him dance on the big screen. Oh my gosh, this guy is the best dancer in all of the Telugu movie industry. Thanks, commenters who pointed me to these two films. I had a great time watching them. Peace out.